Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back here. We're doing a video on this Nissan Leaf. This is a 2002 Nissan Leaf with almost 7,000 miles on it, and I thought it would be time to do a video on this. So, first off, when you're buying an EV, make sure your house is equipped with a EV SE capabilities, either through a 220 socket or hardwire like this is. These really do not matter. You can look this up online. That these are just glorified light switches. The actual charging mechanism is actually in the car, which was kind of crazy. But it's just a delivery mechanism. But yeah, most cars are going to come with this. If you need another one, go like maybe $500. This was $700. It was supposed to have like, hey, yeah, you can connect with a Wi-Fi and all that smart stuff, and it's just like the app is broken and all that stuff. But let's get into the car. Now, the thing that's pretty crazy about the Nissan Leaf, or just EVs in general, is the fact that it's really low weight. It's a very interesting driving vehicle. All vehicles have the engine in the front, or, driving vehicles, engine in the front, and that puts weight down there, and you could feel it into this. With the battery low, this is the smoothest drive I've ever been in. I think it's so smooth, because there is only, that one gear. You don't feel that shift, especially even in automatic or anything. Set it to 65, cruise control, and it just stays there. I'm going up a hill. I live up on a hill, going 65. Just, you can see the power delivery go up more, but it's just so smooth. So let's talk about what I like about this car and what I find. I don't know. I thought it was going to be better. So just like most cars now, it is a press the brake, and then you can power on. Though you can, turn it off and on by pressing it, but it turns into like, the ignition thing, or it's not fully on. One thing that really pissed me off when I bought this car, the people that were selling it to me really didn't explain a lot to me. This is the S Plus, which is the bigger battery basic version of the car. There are like three different variants of the three variants of the Nissan Leaf, with like the S and the S Plus, which is the Plus just indicates that it's a bigger battery, more powerful engine, and then there's the SV and blah blah blah, but different brackets. But some of the things I don't understand, like I don't know what this does. I try looking this up. It's supposed to be like sensor stuff. It causes that button to go on. I don't know. When I talked to them at the dealership, they said, yeah, just look at the manual. I was like, the manual has a completely different setup, because there are kind of three different variants for the car, and kind of like 5 in total, which is really weird. But this is just presses the eject for the power adapter. This is to set timers, I think. I don't know, but you can also do it in here. This menu system is not that intuitive either. It just doesn't present information that you could really do, or just has a lot of voidness to it. So here we have the battery temperature and the battery capacity. I feel like these could be on the same one. There's also like music, eco, so your average. This could also just be one panel. Like it doesn't need to be this thick. Couple other things, just a driving computer that I wish it would reset automatically. You have to manually reset this. I get about 4 miles to the kilowatt. It's not bad. And then it's a bunch of other stuff. I don't know what this stuff is. It's weird. Blind spot indicators are pretty cool until like I get real close and it's like green, and then it just turns red. And there's not literally much gradient. And sometimes it like triggers on things that are not there. What else? It's just, I don't know what this is. Like, what is this? Like, why is this here? It's just a lot of useless information. And there's a whole bunch of, like, settings that you could do in. A lot of these things are kind of just, hey, you want the more expensive model to get some of these features like driver's assistance and all that stuff. Like, the more expensive model, it also has, like, hey, it latches on to the person in front of you, like radar, smart cruise control. This one has basic cruise control. But like it's fine. Like it realistically, you don't need that extra shit. It doesn't do much. But it drives perfectly good. I just have it on the basics, the basic thing here, and that's all I need. I wish it had like a digital reader for the speedometer and all that, but we got analog here. The stereo is actually really good. They don't really tell you about Android Play and CarPlay, the Apple thing. It's all reliant on you plugging it into the actual car physically, and I'm not a big fan of that because it says like, hey, if you want to use the Android Android Auto and CarPlay and all that cool stuff, you're gonna have to plug your phone in, which is not a good thing because it's just gonna do that. But it's also, I don't know, like the sound system is really cool, but it's just, I live in Hawaii, so I actually can't get Sirius FM, which is like whatever. There's a lot of customizations where you could have with your stereo. Sadly, again, I live in Maui. There's like 4 radio stations, and they all play reggae. I'm not a big fan of reggae, but it's good. It's fine. It does exactly what I need. I don't have a problem with it. It could be significantly better, but I don't know if that's like because of the climate we live in of like, hey, there's no computer chips and all that shit, and it's just like, it works fine. Some problems I have with it, like when I'm plugging it in, it will play through the Bluetooth, but it won't play through the Android Auto, and then it's not a good system. It really sucks that it's not a good system when we live in 2022. I don't know if that's a Nissan thing or just, because this is supposed to be like made by BMW. That's what the rights say. Then we'll go to the climate control. I hate this. I hate this climate control. They say every 7,000 miles you want to get it serviced. I'm going to ask them, hey, this is garbage. I live in up country, which is I'm about 4,000 foot level. And then I go downtown, there's literally a shift of 15 degrees. So and also I have this covered up, so it could be like, read this 55 degrees right here. And then right over there, it would be, 60 degrees. And then down there, it's going to be 80 degrees. That factors into the kind of the AC unit. Either it's by automatic or kind of like look at this. Like what country would be where you want the AC going at 74 degrees? I don't understand why. Even without the auto, sometimes it would just kick on the heater. I don't know why. I've had such a problem with this. In my old car, a Toyota Yaris, basic car, I just turned the AC all the way down and then fiddle with this, how much I want and and it was perfect. It was perfect. I literally have to adjust this every 10 minutes because it changes dynamically, even without the auto. I think it sucks. This mode switcher, I think, is also shitty. I feel like it should be buttons and not just a button. So let me get closer in here. Let me press that. There we go. It says, hey, so you want legs? Okay. You want to just do the front panel? Oh, you got to click it a couple more times. I mean, it's a minor convenience, but it's just like, I don't want to be doing that when I'm driving. I think it's dumb. I think the heater is not that interesting. Yeah, it's doing it again. Like sometimes it feel like it's not coming out heat. Sometimes I adjust the temperature down to 60, blast the coldness. It feels exactly if I am blasting it at like, why does it do that? Why does it? Look at that. I don't understand that. I just do not understand that. Because sometimes I've had it like blasting the same coldness compared to like 72 and then 60. There's like no difference in the temperature. But that's my only complaint with this game, of this car. I think the climate control sucks. But I think this is a great car. I think everybody should be buying an EV now. I'm very curious of what it is in 10 years when these cars are. I think EVs are cool now. I was very, skeptical about, hey, are EVs going to be worth it? And I feel like it is. It's a lot of investment up front, but it's gas is like $6 in Hawaii. And I don't have to pay that. And I know that might be sounding snob, but like it's just, whoo, it's really bad. Then let's take the final act here in terms of the EV. Only buy an EV if you live in a city. Yeah, I think that's the takeaway. So there's a lot of charging stations on Maui. I can go 10 miles and find a charging station. That's not very common on the mainland. And then when I say 10 miles, it's usually a shitty charger or all of that. Like it's not like going to a gas station where you could spend longest I've ever been at a gas station is 20 minutes. Long way, go in there, get my fuel, get out of there. Shortest time you're gonna be at a charging station is probably 2 hours. It's probably 2 hours. I really wish they were put in better places. There are charging stations at like a Target or a grocery store. Those are horrible places to charge. You're only there for 20 minutes. That's barely like 2%. It costs for me if go downtown. So we got Kaului right here, and this is Malaya where I go to work. This is about 7 miles, and it takes about 5% just to get 5%. Like if I want to go back, that's another 5%. That's 10% of my battery going back and forth. I need at least 15% to be guaranteed to leave here, come back, and then just so I can do something. And it takes a while to charge these things. The longest I've had it charged charged into that is about 8-9 hours. Of course, that last hour is the 99%, but it still takes a long time to charge. Though if I get it up to 50%, I can go anywhere I need to go. That's a plus, but it's a thing of like, hey, once you get it, you're looking into an EV. You want to make sure you have a slot for your charger. You want to know how long it takes, how many hours it takes you to, or how many miles it takes you to get to your destination that you work, because that's going to be the best, and then back. And then you factor in, okay, this is what I need to do. Going to charging stations are super unreliable because they're too slow. Sometimes they could be packed, and sometimes only one person can use it at a time. The EV community on this island is kind of snobby. I've been to a charger that's provided by the Hiko, which is a level 3, which is a fast charger. That would charge you up real fast in the 3 hours. But I've been there. It's only one person at use, and there's 3 stalls. So I usually park there because it's like, okay, nobody's going to touch my car. Everybody's just like, okay, it's off in the distance and all that. I go there, and this woman just yells at me. It's like, you're not supposed to park here. You're not supposed to park here if you're not charging. It's like, woman, there's 3 parking spots. You can only charge 1 car at a time. It's like, well, people could be waiting. It's like, nobody's waiting. Nobody's ever waiting for this thing. I've been here like multiple times. There's only been 1 car here ever. I've never seen more than 2. And it's just like, okay. So it's just, your mileage may vary. But yeah, it's a lot of research you need to do. I feel like whatever car you gotta get, you're gonna have a good car. I'm not a fan of Teslas. I feel like Teslas are a little bit weird. Kia does one. I saw a Jeep Wrangler a couple months ago I'm like, hey dude, is that an EV car? And it was like, yeah. I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. And I'm like, holy shit. So there's all sorts of EVs out there, and I buy one if you live in a city. If you live in like rural America, do not buy one. But anyways, I hope this video is informative and all that stuff. But yeah, the Nissan Leaf 2022, great car, shitty AC, decent stereo, and this stuff is man. This stuff is man. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.